Today is a very special day.
A day marked in the history books of the internet and all things relevant.
So pretty much your site. Yes, the 28th of August. The day where something beautiful was born. A show where two randoms, one with a hat, started looking at video games, then put it on the internet. I'm so proud.
It's like seeing my son go to college, I think.
You don't have a son.
What did you know?
Today is double jump day. 1 year.
Whoa.
1 year. 1 year. We need a birthday cake. Can we get a birthday cake up? Yes.
That's right. We've been around for 1 year, and I think it's time to celebrate. So
yes, 1 year of double jump.
Another cliche. Makes you impressed. The SIMPSONS game. Press start.
Game software copyright 2007 Electronic Arts Incorporated. All rights reserved.
So okay, I don't even know this song.
Okay, but
yes, of course, the SIMPSONS game for the Xbox 360, which is probably, the most elite version of the game. They made a different version for every single platform.
And that includes the PS2 for some reason, because
what the hell?
Lord knows that the Sony can't stop milking that. It was released in 2007, which was the same year as the movie. Honestly, I was surprised that it wasn't based on the movie.
I think this is the best movie to game ever, because it isn't.
Exactly.
In fact, they actually, chose to do a completely different storyline. So
yes, and I'm actually glad they did it, because I was not a fan of the Simpsons movie at all. But really,
it was crap. Yeah.
To be honest, it was just like the Simpsons TV series of since about 2000.
Yeah, let's not go into that. Let's here to talk about the game. A very good game, I might say. It's very fun.
So basically, as you can see, they've tried pretty hard to make the game look 2D and cartoony like the show is, which I think is a interesting visual effect.
My one complaint is that you can tell that they made this for the PS2, then just ported it to everything else. It's just not a very good looking game for what it could be on a next generation console. Pretty much, it's your basic third person platformer. It's also beat 'em up, so pretty much you run around, beat people up, as you can tell here, then do some very cliched platforming puzzles and stuff like that.
What I was gonna say about the cliches thing is that it's funny at first, to see that they do include a lot of game cliches and they point them out.
It pays a lot of homage to very important games in history, like Frogger, Space Invaders, Missile Command, just fun things that gamers would appreciate. So it's a game for gamers.
The only problem I thought with the whole cliches thing is that the fact that they have to parody the cliches means that occasionally it does actually fall into these cliches. So it is often pretty repetitive and pretty tedious, not gonna lie, but for the most part, it is alright. Here you can see we've got some cutscenes. Yeah, the box art actually bills them as never before seen cutscenes, which is technically true. It sounds like they're gonna give you deleted scenes from the show, and actually it's...
No, it's as in brand new animation just for the storyline of the game.
Well, it's all designed to fit together like a Simpsons movie would, even though it's not like the Simpsons movie. Now, it does try to parody not only the show and the characters, but also the video game industry as a whole. We'll probably end up spoiling some of the jokes for you, just because that's a major part of the game. It's not really possible to make a video review without spoiling some of the jokes, but trust me, there's a lot of jokes. You're not missing everything that the whole game's ruined, because it's still a lot of fun.
Pretty much, the Simpsons game, it actually is a game, so they're aware that they're video game characters and stuff like that, which makes for some pretty funny dialogue.
Yeah, a main part of the storyline is the realization that they're all in a video game and what they can do to exploit the video games.
Madness! But yeah, pretty much what happens is that Bart discovers this game manual and discovers that him and his family have superpowers and wacky situations go on.
By breaking the fourth wall, they get to have a little expense at The Simpsons especially, and so there are a lot of fourth wall jokes. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't be a fan of that sort of thing, but
That's pretty much the story, and then just all this crap happens.
Another thing I was going to say about the cutscenes was that there are really two kinds of cutscenes. There's the really cartoon style ones, just like the show, except not quite as high quality. It's kind of rough around the edges, like the facial expressions don't really match the dialogue from time to time.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
The other kind of cutscene, though, is kind of like
within the game engine itself.
I thought they would look kind of awkward, to be honest.
Yeah, they do. Like, hey, how'd it go? You can tell this is pretty much a PS2 game with the geometry.
Yes.
The characters are not really detailed enough for it to be acceptable, in my opinion, for an Xbox 360. But I can understand, because it's a multi-platform game. And here's the obviously necessary military shooter parody.
Yep. Even before COD 4 was released in 2007, there was already a military game following.
And it comes under the name Medal of Homer, which is one of my favorite levels. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what it's a parody of, you know.
Yeah, I don't think we need to explain that.
No. Here is co-op. We have it demoed here.
Yes, it works much akin to like the Lego games, Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana's, the drop-in, drop-out sort of thing. But of course, unlike the Lego games, there's a split screen, so it actually works. Here's the split screen work in action. The game is actually designed to be co-op in general, because like otherwise the other characters are just controlled by the computer, which they're dumb.
Basically, how it works is in every level except for a few of them, you have two specific Simpsons characters, and basically, if you're playing by yourself, then you have to switch between them, and they all have distinct functions. But if you're co-op, then obviously one plays one and the other plays the other. So basically, that's what we're viewing here. The AI controlling the other character is a little annoying, to be honest. I mean, it has a sort of free will thing that it exercises.
Don't say that word.
That becomes really annoying because, for example, if you want to keep your character in the same place, I don't think there's really a way to do that. Unless, you know, by the game logic, you actually are required to. But if you just want them to do something specifically that the game isn't exactly designed for, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, of course, there's the Japanese RPG ripoff.
Yep, of course, to rip off the gaming industry, you need to put in a fighting...
It's an RPG. Japanese RPG. A JRPG. Of course, yeah, there's the very creepy hand spinning around.
The whole thing was written by legitimate Simpsons writing staff.
It's all legit.
It is very much like, as I said, like a Simpsons movie would be now, except for the fact that
it's a game.
And I'll also mention that at the same time, it still reeks of the poor Simpsons TV series quality of today. But at the same time, you know,
it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's very well done, and it's probably the best Simpsons game, like possibly even better than Hit and Run, which was quite a fun game. This is actually a very crap birthday party.
Okay, Simpsons game is for...
We don't even need Wikipedia anymore, we just look at the box.
Simpsons game. Separate cables may be required for HD TV and Dolby Digital, sold separately.
And that's what you need to know about the game, so there we go. Alright, good episode. We done? Okay. Here I am, da-da, rock you like a hurricane, can. What?
Yeah, it's always good to make fun of yourself.
Oh wait, that's making fun of you.